Now that the state championship game's on the line, the winner will move on. And so, yeah, every game we get closer to that, the atmosphere in the ballpark just continues to rise. Again, this is number 16, Sam Silversmith.
He was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game, a couple singles.
Silversmith looking to bunt. And that curveball missed way high.
Batter had to duck under that one.
Braxton Henry over at third was coming in. You got Henry, Hart, Anderson, and Falk across the diamond for the Dinos. Vasquez behind the plate. And then in the outfield, it'll be Nelson, Rich, and O'Neill. Runner goes on the ground. Henry only play over at first, and he'll get the out.
Put the little hit and run on. The first pitch he squared, but he squared really early, which kind of gives you the impression that maybe he was just taking that pitch all along.
Yeah, because what advantage do you have of tipping your hand that early?
Yeah, really none, you know. So usually when you see a batter square that early, probably just going to take the pitch.
The catcher, Tyler Easter, is going to swing at the first pitch, and Keaton Rich is there to make the out in center. So now 2 down. And now the first baseman, number 13, Patrick Swanson, will bat. He's going to swing at the first pitch and foul it off hard to the left side.
That pitch was a little over the inside, and that's all he could do with it was take that thing foul down the third base line.
The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Just feels like this first inning is really important for both these teams, but especially for the junior in Wilson, who doesn't have a ton of innings under his belt. That'll be a hit batter.
That's the second time he's kind of let that breaking ball get away from him on the inside and high. Needs to keep his fingers on that ball a little longer and stay over the top of it.
So an early release leads to the hit batter. And now Malik Harris will dig in. He'll be pitching for Juan Diego when they take the field. And we saw Harris take a couple huge hacks in yesterday's game. Pitch misses the outside corner for ball 1.
Definitely a hitter you need to be careful with. Yesterday, ALL was getting him to kind of pop up on a high and in pitch, kind of jam him a little bit.
Another inside pitch. This is going to get past Vasquez and roll to the backstop. Both runners will advance. So now 2 runners in scoring position and a good hitter's pitch, 2-0 to Harris.
Now that you got a base open here at first, you want to be real careful to him. Don't leave anything over the middle of the plate.
He goes off speed and gets a strike.
That was a good breaking ball there, so kind of maybe he's finding the feel for that pitch now.
2 balls and a strike to Harris, 2 down, 2 runners on, and he'll get a call on the outside corner.
Again, going with that off-speed curveball over the outside. See if he gets him to chase one a little out of the strike zone outside.
Goes back to the corner, but this time low, and the count's now full. Dallas Larson's on deck for Juan Diego. And the payoff pitch. Curveball, fouled back.
Kind of hung that one a little bit high, but aggressive swing by the batter.
It looked
Probably would have been ball 4 if he let it go.
Looked like Swanson was well out in front of that, looking to mash the ball. And we'll do the payoff pitch again. Well outside, and that'll be a walk. So the base is now full for Juan Diego. We'll get a speed up runner at first.
That'll bring up Dallas Larson. Good looking left-handed hitter. Watched him yesterday. Hit the ball really strong. Had a triple and a couple of hard hit grounders to the second baseman. So Carbon's got to look for that grounder to second here. Try and get out of that inning.
If I remember right, you were really impressed with his approach at the plate and just the at-bats he took leading to that triple.
He looks very disciplined, doesn't swing at bad pitches, and when he swings, he has a really good cut at it.
Curveball for strike one. Comes back with the fastball and gets a pop-up into shallow left. And the catch will be made over in left field by Nelson. So Juan Diego loads the bases but leaves them stranded as Wilson able to navigate through the first. We'll head to the bottom half. 0-0 the score.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emorytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
And welcome back. We'll take a scoreless tie to the bottom of the first after Juan Diego loaded the bases in the top half. Leading things off for the Dinos will be number 11, Chet Anderson, followed by Rylan Hart and Keaton Ridge. Anderson's going to hit one opposite field and get through the 5-6 hole for a leadoff single.
Good start for Carbon. Get
So
that leadoff runner on.
Lefties aboard for Rylan Hart, the shortstop who will certainly be in MVP consideration at the 3A level. Harris delivers, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch misses, now ball one.
Good patience by the batter there to let that high fastball go by and not offer at it.
One ball, one strike. Anderson's going to take off, and Hart will be hit by the pitch. So both runners will, well, the runner will advance, and the leadoff, or the two first batters of the inning, rather, will be aboard.
Yeah, that was just a curveball. They didn't do anything, and similar to what we saw in the top half of the first, both pitchers kind of struggling with that breaking ball just to begin this game.
And you wonder how much of that is just nerves. Obviously, this is a huge game. So this is Keaton Rich, the center fielder. Rich has some pop and some speed.
Fouls that one straight back. Good timing on that swing there.
Harris is a big pitcher, and as far as just stature goes.
Can be a little intimidating out there, can he? Nice slider there on the outside.
So Harris quickly ahead here, 0-2.
He's looked pretty good on that fastball and slider. It's that curveball that's giving him problems right now.
And the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air into right field. And Larson is under it. He'll make the catch for the first out. So one down. And now the first baseman, number 6, Wyatt Falk, will come up to bat. Fastball in there for a strike. Second pitch back to Harris. He'll make the play over at first.
Runners were moving on that pitch, so that was the only play. Good job by the pitcher to field that, take his time, get the out at first.
So much like Juan Diego in the top half of the inning, Carbon's put 2 runners in scoring position, but with 2 out. And the batter will now be number 17, Ridge Nilsson. The junior steps in, and a big opportunity here in the early goings.
Well, just missed on that pitch. Good eye from the batter.
The fans of Juan Diego wanted that pitch.
2 out and 2 in scoring position is a clutch at bat right here.
Swung on and hit to the right side. And the play will be made over at second to retire Carbon. Dinos leave 2 stranded and will send us into the top of the second, all tied up at 0.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you. Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back to the top of the second. The batter is number 5, Zach Carlson, and the count 1-1. And he fouls one just down the first baseline and just foul. A lot of action in the first, but no score as we head to the second.
Camden Wilson did a good job to hold them without running that first inning, even though the bases got loaded. But that could be a big turning point here, him getting through that first inning.
Especially after his counterpart in Harris did the same. Carbon didn't load the bases, but 2 were in scoring position when the final out was made. So now a full count here to Carlson. That'll be in the dirt. Leadoff man aboard once again.
Well, you always hate to walk that leadoff batter.
Your experience says that that doesn't bode well for teams.
No, it usually doesn't turn out too well.
So now the batter will be Carlos Collada, the center fielder.
Wonder if they might put a bunt on here or hit and run. Try and get the bottom of the order here to...
I was really impressed with Juan Diego's ability to bunt yesterday in that game against ALA.
They really executed the bunt really well 2 or 3 times.
Not something that teams do necessarily often anymore in this day and age. Here comes the bunt, but pulled back. Ball 2.
Took it high. He did have a sacrifice bunt in yesterday's game and in his first at bat, so we might see it again here.
It looks like he's trying, but Wilson can't find the zone right now. He's behind 3-0.
Struggling to find that strike zone.
Down to there.
Sometimes you just need that 3-0 count to like relax you a little bit and throw one in there and see if that gets him going now.
Throw back to Falk at first. Not in time.
So a hitter's count, you wonder if the coach will have him sacrifice or swing away here.
Runner goes. Soft tap down the third baseline and foul.
So he gave him the green light there on 3-1, hoping he'd get a good pitch to see.
The count now full. Runner stays and fouled back. Andrew Lombana is on deck. And the sophomore pitched to start things off yesterday and also swung a hot bat. 3-2 pitch, hit hard into center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Carlson rounds second, and he'll go in there easily to third, and then Collada advances on the throw.
Really good base running there by Juan Diego. They're a very well coached team. They do these fundamentals really well.
So would you rule that a double or a single?
Well, you know, there was no overthrow, but had the ball been thrown directly to second, he probably would have stayed at first. But I think you got to give him a double on that. Just aggressive base running. He saw the ball go to the shortstop as the cutoff and knew by the time the shortstop caught it and threw back to second, he could get in there.
So a double for Collada. And now runners in scoring position. Nobody down here in the top of the second. Wilson goes back to the off-speed pitch and misses for ball one.
Lombana goes the opposite way a few times yesterday, so hopefully Carbon has scouted that and ready for this.
On the ground, pulled.
Just as I say that, he pulls one foul down the first base line. A lot of times, though, that depends on where the pitch is. Obviously, if it's inside, you're going to pull it. If it's outside corner, you're going to go with it.
Count even at 1. Pitch swung on and missed.
A good change of pace there. Had him way out in front.
Wilson ahead here, 1-2. Goes back to the curveball.
Well, really close pitch there. Hard to take that with 2 strikes.
Yeah, didn't get the call. And he goes back to the fastball, and that one hit hard but foul.
Trying to keep pitching him inside here. Maybe they did see that he likes that outside pitch and likes to go with it, so they're trying a different strategy against him.
Kind of a hanging curve into shallow right. O'Neill, it's going to drop. Gets between O'Neill and Anderson. Miscommunication. And Lombana's all the way to second. Throw's going to go to third. Henry is going to chase down the base runner, and there's nowhere for him to go. So 1 out will be recorded on the play, and a run will score. That was kind of a mess.
Kind of a tough situation for the runner on second there. It looks like that ball's going to be caught, so he's trying to get back to second base. Meanwhile, the batter is running as fast as he can around first and trying to get as much as he can, and they both ended up at second base. So little miscommunication on Carbon there. It looked like the second baseman was camping under that ball, and so the right fielder held off, and then it fell in between them.
I thought maybe O'Neill tried to call him off in right field late, so Anderson moved and he didn't make it there. Either way, we'll go back to the top of the order with 1 down and a run in. And Wilson behind Perkins, 2-0.
Perkins really swinging a hot bat here with first base open. Just pitch him carefully, try to get him to chase something.
Get that called strike. Vasquez set up way outside. This one hit hard, and that's going to get down for another base knock. And one more run will score as the ball rolls all the way to the wall.
Fence. Let's see if he gets third.
Perkins heading to third, and he'll get there easily. That's his second triple of the tournament here. He hit the home run. So now he's got a homer and a triple in the last 2 games.
Just a low line drive, barely over the shortstop, but hit hard enough that neither one of the outfielders could cut it off till he got to the wall.
So Juan Diego's jumped out on front, 2-0. And it'll be the shortstop and Silversmith.
Just a ground ball up the middle should get this run in. If you're the hitter, just try to make contact, take it right back up the middle.
Silversmith grounded out to third his last time up. One of Wilson's problems is he started behind in a lot of these counts.
Has really struggled this inning to find the strike zone. Walked the first batter, fell behind 3-0 on the second batter, and it's tough when you don't have control to hit those spots the way you want to. And then you get behind and you got to bring one over the middle, and that just plays right in the hitter's hands.
Coach Cisneros seen the same thing. He's going to walk out and talk to his crew in the infield, try to settle things down. Last thing you want to do is give up a big inning to this Juan Diego team that can score in a heartbeat.
They put a lot of pressure on you with their hitting, and probably as a pitcher you're feeling that pressure and you're feeling like you almost have to be perfect, and sometimes you just got to relax and play your game and, let the cards fall the way they will.
Right, so Wilson will remain in the game on the mound. We'll resume this 2-0 count with Sam Silversmith. Camden misses again, 3-0.
Still struggling with that breaking ball. He's just kind of releasing that a little early sometimes.
Comes back and gets a strike on the 3-0 count. And that'll be ball 4. That's the second walk of the inning.
So one out here, first and third. We're thinking maybe Juan Diego puts Silversmith in motion. Sends him to second.
Vasquez has a pretty good arm behind the plate. So we'll see if they do that or not. Last time up, Easter flied out to center.
Vasquez is flashing signs to the infield to let them know what the play is here.
Inside pitch, no throw down.
He said he did not check his swing, so strike one.
There's been a lot of action on the base pass so far in this game.
Wilson just does not look comfortable with that breaking ball. He really doesn't have confidence in it right now.
And now the fastball misses low. 2-1 the count. Big swing and a miss for strike two.
That may just be what Wilson needs to see, is a swing and a miss like that to build his confidence back up here.
Bounced the fifth pitch in the dirt, and now the count's run full. First base is open. And Patrick Swanson's on deck. As Easter fouls that off.
Good pitch there, and a good piece of hitting just to foul that one off and live to see another pitch.
On the ground, foul down the third baseline.
Just a little change up there, trying to throw the batter's timing off. Was able to get that foul ball. Let's see if he comes back with a fastball now, just to show him again to change the speeds.
Pitch is going to miss high. It'll be the third walk of the inning. And now the bases are loaded once again. Just one out.
Wilson just continuing to struggle a little with the strike zone this inning.
So the second baseman, Chet Anderson, comes over to talk to his pitcher.
Got the bases loaded here. If you can get a ground ball, maybe go home in one, double play, and get out of this thing.
Got the corner infielders in, and the middle infielders at double play depth. Carbon's got a good defense too, so they can turn a double play. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike.
Wilson really needed to see that curveball in the strike zone there. That should give him a little lift here.
Now swinging strike two. Vasquez can't find the ball. Runner's going to go home, and he will make it. Vasquez could not locate the ball, and now the runner from second advances after the throw.
Really heads up base running there from third by Perkins. He got a little lead off, saw the ball was away, he hesitated, saw the catcher couldn't find it, and he took off and went. And very good judgment.
Perkins is having himself a tournament.
He really is looking really good offensively.
I believe he's playing in the hot corner too. He's looked good with the glove too. So 0-2 count here to Swanson. Just one out as Wilson checks on the runner at first. Carbon caught two men stealing and picked off one against Juab. On the ground and through that 5-6 hole under the glove of Henry. Another run will come home and score, and Swanson's got an RBI single.
Well, it looks like Carbon's going to go to a pitching change here. See if they can't stop this rally and stay in this ball game.
2 of the 3 walks have already come home around to score, and 4 total runs in the inning. And so that'll be it for Wilson today, and let's see who they put in to replace him.
Looks like they might be bringing in the center fielder.
Yeah, that would make sense. Keaton Rich. So let's take a step aside. We'll regroup, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
And welcome back. It will be Keaton Rich who will come in and pitch for the Dinos with 2 runners on and just 1 out. Four runs have come around to score in this inning. And the batter is the pitcher, Malik Harris.
Well, and he quickly falls behind 2-0. It's going to be real important for Carbon to be able to try and get out of this inning without any more damage.
Harris lifts one in the air over to center field. And the catch will be made.
Really big out there on that 2-0 count to be able to get that fly out. That'll bring up Dallas Larson. Really disciplined hitter here.
Larson comes up with 2 runners on. First pitch misses. And he's going to try to bunt with 2 outs, but fouls it off.
Obviously trying to bunt for a hit there, but not a very good pitch to offer at.
This Juan Diego team will bunt anytime it wants. We saw them try to bunt with 2 outs yesterday. Off-speed pitch lands in there for strike 2.
Really good pitch there from Rich. Change speeds and drop that right in the strike zone there.
And this one in the air to left center, but the catch will be made. But not before Juan Diego scores 4 runs and bats around here in the second. We'll head to the bottom half. Carbon trails by 4 when we come back.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Welcome back. To the bottom of the second we go. Jacob Vasquez will be the batter. So Malik Harris now pitching with a 4-run cushion. And he'll go after Vasquez for the strike. That pitch misses. Now 1-1 the count. And
Vasquez showing a lot of patience here in this at bat.
Vasquez has demonstrated patience throughout the year. This one hit on a line, but right to center, and Collada's under it for the out.
Juan Diego likes to keep those outfielders in a little bit. They don't play real deep, and it's really turned out to their advantage in a lot of the sharply hit line drives we've seen to center field that he's been able to make a play on.
Yeah, I thought for a second that might get over Collada's head, because if anything like that happens, it's going to be extra bases. And now it'll be Camden Wilson. He'll hit one back up the middle. Silversmith tries to glove it, but it comes out of his glove.
Looked like Silversmith rushed that a little bit. You know, I think he had more time than he thought he did to catch that ball and make a good throw.
And now the right fielder, Dallin O'Neill, will dig in. That pitch high and inside. The score table here is calling the Wilson grounder a hit, an infield single.
Well, not the way I would have called it, but
I didn't either. I wrote an E6 in my book.
That's what I got.
An opposite field hit for O'Neill, and the bottom of the lineup coming through for Carbon so far.
That was just really good hitting there, good fundamentals. The pitch was a little in on him, but he kept his hands inside the pitch and just shot it out to right field there.
How tough is it to hit a pitch inside to the opposite field?
Yeah, that's not easy.
So now Braxton Henry, the senior, will dig in. Henry's batting 107 on the year. Might see a bunt. Inside, ball one. Chet Anderson and Rylan Hardy both reached their first time up, and they're on deck and in the hole respectively. Second pitch, called strike.
We're seeing a little bit of extra space there on that outside corner by this umpire on a few calls there. That one looked to be a little bit outside, but he gave Harris that breaking pitch.
Henry didn't like the call. That one inside for ball two. Nice off-speed pitch to even the count up at 2.
One thing we did notice in yesterday's game is the Juan Diego catcher, Tyler Easter, does a really good job framing those pitches. And sometimes, you know, he'll kind of shrink the distance that pitch was outside and bring it back over and get that call.
This one into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. One run will come in and score. And Henry aboard with a double.
Oh, wow, what a clutch hit from your 9 batter.
That's just a huge momentum swing for the Dinos. So they try to get back into this game.
Really clutch 2-strike hit there from Braxton Henry.
So your 7th hitter in Wilson got aboard with the air. And then the 8th batter got a single. The 9th batter gets a double. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the leadoff hitter, Anderson. Anderson 1 for 1 thus far. He's hitting .406 on the season. But Harris is ahead here, 0-2.
Well, now as a hitter, you just got to really battle here, and anything close, you got to foul it off and hope he makes a mistake and gives you a pitch to hit.
Good time for a lefty to be up. A grounder to the right side will probably score a run. It's going to be a grounder to the left side, and it gets past.
That will definitely do the job.
Yeah, off the glove of Perkins, and the Dinos have answered back.
Great location to hit that ball. I mean, the third baseman dove for it, tried to come up with it, couldn't do it, but looks like a single all around for me and an RBI.
Anderson now 2 for 2. Runners are on the corners, and Anderson represents the tying run. It's crazy how fast things can change in this game. With one of the better hitters in 3A, Rylan Hart. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul it off.
Rylan was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Sure, he wants to see something here. He can get the bat on and bring this other run in from third.
Throw's going to go back to first, not in time. Anderson in there safely. And a little delayed still. It took Easter by surprise.
Great pitch to go on. It was a slow breaking pitch. The catcher kind of didn't come up with it cleanly, and Chet was able to slide into second safe.
That takes away the double play opportunity. Still just one down here in the bottom of the second. Fastball misses outside, 1-2.
Boy, every time you see that pitch a little outside and that catcher frames it back in, you're just really worried that umpire's going to call that.
Yeah, Easter's known for stealing a couple pitches. Another fastball, but Hart fouls it off.
Just a little late on that one. Got a good opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position if he can get a base hit here.
And this is going to be foul down the third base line. And that actually might be a break for Juan Diego. Hart has some speed. That was going to be a pretty bang-bang play for Perkins.
Yeah, the way that was chopped high, and the runner went on contact from third. He would have scored regardless of whether they made the out of first. So you're right. Good break for Juan Diego. That was just a little bit foul.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Harris misses inside to even the count up at 2. The 2-2 pitch is hit hard down the third base line and fair. 2 runs are going to come around to score. Hart rounds first and now slams on the break. He'll be in.
Great clutch hit there by Hart. 2 RBIs and ties this game up.
And just like that, the Dinos need just 1 out to tie this thing back up as both teams plate 4 in the second.
You know, Harris looked pretty good in that first inning on the mound and was able to get through the lineup fairly easily, but really lots of clutch hits here from Carbon in this inning. You got it, Braxton Henry hitting that double down the right field line. That just really woke them all up and got them excited.
Yeah, you get the bottom of the order to make some contact and put the ball in play, and then the top of the order can come in and clean it up. That's so far what's happened for the Dinos, as Keaton Rich will now dig in. Rich has 12 doubles on the year, 2 triples and a homer. And 12 doubles in 24 games is a lot.
Still just 1 out in the inning here, so Carbon can do some more damage.
Another hard hit ball, just foul. And that hit him. And you can hear the Dino fans. They are on their feet.
And it's interesting how this inning started. First we had a fly out to center field. Then we had that little chopper up the middle that Silverstein bobbled and wasn't able to make the play at first. This could have been 2 outs and nobody on, but that error just kind of set the stage, and then we got some clutch hits.
That's a great point. And coming from somebody that's followed this Carbon team throughout the year, anytime a team makes a mistake or a little miscue, the Dinos have been able to take full advantage of that. And they've done it once again in this inning. So Carbon had to replace its pitcher in the top of the second, but Juan Diego is going to elect to keep Malik Harris in the game. Both these teams should have, you know, most of their pitchers available except for the guys that went yesterday, both in the winner's bracket. This is only the second game of the week.
And Juan Diego did a pretty good job of kind of minimizing their pitch counts yesterday. They used 3 pitchers in the game, and so they should be sitting good.
First pitch to Wyatt Falk is low for ball 1. And now it's ball 2. Curveball in the dirt.
Pitcher's just struggling a little right now, not being able to find that zone, and everything that Carbon's put the bat on's found the right spot.
This one on the ground, it's going to get through up the middle. Hart's going to round third. Throw is going to go to the cutoff man. And Keen Rich in there safely at third. Carbon's taken a 1-run lead. It looked like Rich was caught in no man's land. But
yeah, for a second he hesitated there going to third and almost cost him, but he's able to hustle and slide in head first and get under that tag.
So the Dinos have come all the way back, down 4 in this inning, and now take a 1-run lead and still just 1 out with runners on the corners. Ridge Nelson's the batter. And that one's in the dirt. Good block by Easter. We mentioned earlier that Juan Diego won a football game 22-21 over Canyon View last weekend, and might have another one of those, and this time the hit and run hurts the Dinos. It'll be an easy double play.
Taylor made double play right there, huh?
Wyatt Falk was on the move and brought Finger over to the bag. So it'll be a 4-3 double play. But the Dinos will take a 1-run lead after scoring 5 in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the third. Carbon on top, 5-4.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
First pitch absolutely rocketed down the right field line by Zach Carlson. And did it leave the yard?
Looked like it went into the bullpen there, just a little short of the fence.
I missed where it landed. Just a loud strike. Keaton Rich remains on the mound. It's now 1-1. We saw 9 runs cross the plate in the third, 4 from Juan Diego, 5 from Carbon.
Keene was able to come in and get 2 batters and get them both out to kind of kill that rally that Juan Diego had in the second inning. So see if he can keep that going and keep any more runs off the board.
He's now missed 3 straight times, so 3-1 the count. You got Carlson, Collada, and Lombana, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. it's interesting because both these teams batted around in the third, and both of them started with the bottom of the order. Payoff pitch, hit high in the air into left field, and that is going to bounce off the wall, one hop the wall, I should say.
Great opposite field power there from Zach Carlson.
Yeah, for a second, I thought that was going to leave the yard.
Looked like it had a chance.
If his launch angle was a little lower, I mean, that was high in the air and one hop the wall.
Seeing a little contrast in styles here. You know, Carbon's getting base hit after base hit, and Juan Diego comes up and they can hit a few deep balls.
So now it's Carlos Collada. He doubled last inning.
Takes that curveball for a strike. Looked like it could have been a little outside. Close pitch.
Anderson shading over, now returns to his base. Wyatt Falk's going to be the one charging. Looks like Carbon might, if a bunt is placed, try to make a play over at third.
As a batter, you want to bunt that ball down the third and force that third baseman to come off the bag so that runner's got a clear path to that base.
Pulled back, ball two.
Collada showing good discipline not to try to bunt those balls.
And now there's 3 balls.
Close pitch there. Takes that one for a ball.
So Rich will walk Collada, and now the base is full. Our runners on first and second.
Boy, you just come back to take the lead, and you'd really love to hold them here, but we get the first 2 runners on. So see if Juan Diego goes for a bunt here.
We might have another football game on our hands.
I don't think Juan Diego gets too worried when they fall behind by 1 run. Fouled that bunt off. Got runner first, second, no outs. You know, calls for a bunt to move those runners over. But Lombada's been a pretty good stick too.
He's shown the ability to hit both sides of the field. And that pitch will miss. 1-1.
Not showing the bunt on that pitch. I think maybe the coach's side let him hit away.
Here comes the bunt. Called strike 2.
Breaking ball a little high there. Well, big at bat here. If Carbon really needs this out, and Juan Diego would like to put another run on the board here.
Wow, this is hit hard. And if it's fair, it's gone, and it is waiting for the signal.
I didn't see any signal from the umpire.
I didn't either.
Now we're seeing it from the right field umpire.
Wow. A 3-run blast from the sophomore Lombana. And Juan Diego has taken another lead.
Well, that ball definitely had the distance to get out of here. You could tell as soon as it went off the bat. It was just a matter of whether it was going to stay fair.
It hit it on the pole side, so you didn't know if it was going to hook, but it stayed fair, and the Soaring Eagle will take a 7-5 lead over Carbon in the third.
And that power is coming from your 9 hitter in the order. Juan Diego, just there's no weak spots in this batting order.
So now Rich has to navigate the top of the order with Perkins, who's 2 for 2 with a triple. That's the second 3-run home run of the tournament for Juan Diego.
The batter at the plate right here is the one that did it yesterday. Good breaking pitch there.
Juan Diego's already put up a touchdown. So we continue with the football analogy. This one high in the air into shallow right, and it's going to be Anderson that'll make the catch.
Well, good job by Rich to shake off that home run and come back and focus on the next batter and get that out.
Just the first out of the inning. Sam Silversmith now at the plate. He'll foul off the first pitch.
Very aggressive swinging there on the batter on that first pitch.
The 7, 8, 9 hitters in this Juan Diego lineup have accounted for 5 runs. Into the opposite field, and O'Neill's there for the catch. Actually, I wonder if Villa came in. Trying to figure out the outfield alignment since Rich came in from center, and I can't see their numbers from this far away. But either way, that's 2 down. In fact, through two times through the order, those 7, 8, 9 hitters have all reached.
Yeah, we're filling up the bottom of this scorecard with runs.
Easter now in an 0-2 hole.
Easter flied out to center and walked. Got a 0-2 count right now. Rich trying to get out of this after that home run. He blows that fastball by him.
Not sure if he called that a swing or just called it a strike, but either way, it's a Pierce Oil strikeout, the first of the day for Keaton Rich, and that will retire the side. But the big emphasis of the inning is the 3-run shot by Andrew Lamanna, the sophomore, and that'll take Juan Diego into the lead on top, 7-5.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and will deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
And welcome back to the bottom of the third we'll go. It's been a seesaw affair the last inning and a half. Juan Diego struck for 4 runs in the top of the second. Carbon answered back with 5 in the bottom half. And then the Soaring Eagle took the lead, or regained the lead, I should say, with 3 runs in the top of the third, all coming from the homer from Lambana. So we'll start back over with Jacob Vasquez, who led off the second. He lined out to center. And again, Collada over in center playing shallow. This one on the ground to short. Silversmith gloves it. And the throw is in time for the first out.
Little off-speed pitch over the outside, and the batter got out in front of it and just tapped that grounder to shortstop. That's the way, you know, exactly the pitcher. That's the way the pitcher drew it up.
So now it's Camden Wilson. He reached on an air to short his first time up. He comes swinging into shallow center. It goes. Collada's there, and he'll make the play. Quick 2 outs.
Well, O'Neill and Henry last inning came out big. Let's see if they can do it again here for Carbon.
Outside to O'Neill.
Close pitch there, taken for ball. Good patience by O'Neill.
O'Neill will swing through that 2-0 pitch.
That's good aggressive hitting, though. You get that 2-0 count, you be aggressive, and just wasn't able to make the contact.
Now Harris gets a called strike, 2-2 the count.
As a batter, you kind of got to wonder how good that pitch was if the catcher can't catch it.
That's a good point. In the dirt, the count will run full.
Hitting in this 8 spot, you really want to get on so that that 9th batter can bat this inning. That assures you start off at the top of the order the next inning in worst case.
Was I off? Sorry, that was 2. Now it's 3-2. Did you have the same count?
Yeah, I thought it was 3-2 prior to that pitch, but we must have been off.
Huh. Well, either way, it's a walk.
And like I said, even worst case here, if Henry gets out, you've got the top of the order leading off next inning. So it's really important when you hit in that 8 spot, when you're up there with 2 outs, to try to get on base and extend that inning a little bit.
Henry punched one into right field for a double his last time up. And Harris has just had a really unique day on the mound. He's looked dominant at times. Got 2 quick outs here, and now he walked a guy, and looks like the command's just not there anymore.
Kind of comes and goes, doesn't it?
On a line into center field, but not enough carry.
That looked from the get-go like that might get over the center fielder and be extra bases.
I thought so too. Collada, though, made the play, and that's the 3rd out. Through 3 innings, Juan Diego leads at 7-5 over Carbon.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back. It's a 2-0 count here to Chet. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Patrick Swanson. And now 3-0. Four-pitch walk leads things off here in the 4th.
And we've talked about this before. You just hate to walk that leadoff batter and put him on base.
And Carbon did that back in the 2nd, and it led to a run.
And ultimately set up a big inning.
Right. Now it's been 5 straight balls. Outside of that home run, Rich has looked pretty solid on the mound.
Yeah, he came in and got those 2 outs and the 2nd inning, killed that rally, and just struggled a little that last inning. Gave up a double, a walk, and then that home run. But then he settled in and got the next 3 hitters out at the top of the order. So
right. So Henry's gonna come and talk to Rich, settle him down. Good leadership from the senior. 2 seniors out there, but those guys have been playing ball together a long time. So Harris swings at the 2-0 pitch and fouls it off.
Well, Rich was able to find the strike zone again after missing on 6 consecutive pitches. So, and Harris isn't the type of hitter that's going to try and work for a walk.
No. And Vasquez unable to handle that pitch. So the runner will advance. Now, I think Harris came with, obviously he's trying to win a state title, but I think one of his personal goals is to hit a home run before he leaves this park. He's had some big swings at the plate.
Yeah, and why not?
That one hit on a line into left field, down for a base hit. Rounding third is Swanson, and the throw never comes in. That'll be another run for Juan Diego. That was weird that the throw never came in from left.
Not sure they would have had a play, but possibly because that ball was hit so hard and got to him so quick that maybe he comes up throwing. There could have been a play.
So now the lefty, Dallas Larson, will dig in. He's flied out twice. That'll be in the dirt, ball one.
Good pitch and a good take there. Pitcher with a good breaking ball, just a little low, and the batter had the discipline to lay off it and not go for it.
Slapped down the left field line, but foul.
Good change of speeds there by Rich. Started off with that slow breaking ball and then came with a hard fastball, had him behind it.
And then Bach. We have seen, I think, 6 balks now in the last 2 days. I mean, it's been crazy. And Rich is saying, what did I do?
Going to get a clarification from the umpire.
I've never seen so many balks in my life. In fact, we were talking about it earlier. I think I've seen more balks in the last, I guess this is game 7 of the 2 days, than I've seen double plays.
Well, you get here to the state tournament and maybe, you know, you're getting a little better umpires and ones that are paying attention to those little things that maybe you don't see in the regular season.
Right. Dallas looks like he's trying to bunt. Bunt the runner to third with nobody out. That 3-0 pitch, 3-1 pitch rather, misses. And it's the second walk of the inning. Walks have really hurt Carbon in this game.
Gonna have a little conference here on the mound.
And this is a players only conference. And now Coach Cisneros is coming out and as everyone's leaving.
Well, if they had someone in the bullpen, that could be a good delay tactic to get him a few more pitches and warmed up, but I don't see any action out there, so.
No, I don't know who would be the next guy in, but it's probably somebody that's playing, and we might have a pitching change anyway. It might be, let's see who's coming in. I think that's Bovia. And we are going to have a pitching change. No, it's Dallin O'Neill. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Welcome back. The new pitcher will be number 22, Dallin O'Neill. And he'll take over to face Zach Carlson, who fouls one off.
Zach has walked and doubled. The double almost cleared the fence in left field going the opposite way. Bounced just short of the wall and off the wall.
And this has been the dangerous part of the order for Juan Diego today, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. If you're just joining us, those last 3 hitters have accounted for 5 of the team's 8 runs and have reached base safely in 6 appearances.
6 for 6.
Yeah. And it'll make it 7. That one into center field for a base knock. Rich unable to field it cleanly, and that'll allow another run to score.
And Juan Diego just continues to hit, don't they?
Yeah, they will only add to their run total. The fewest runs they've scored in the tournament so far is 8, and they've already got 9 here through 3+ innings.
Collada could be bunting here again, first and second. He's threatened to bunt several times, but eventually they've let him hit. Looked like he squared there for a minute and then came back and took ball 1.
This is O'Neill's just his 7th appearance on the year. A little over 14 innings of pitching. He's got 14 strikeouts in that span to go along with 6 walks. Runners are going to go, and just a little dribbler to first, and Wyatt off the glove, and everyone's going to be safe. That had some weird English on it.
That really did. Just squirted right off the hands and slowly rolling down the first base line. Probably score that as an E3 though.
Yeah, well, Falk looked up to see the runners that had taken off, and there really was no reason to because there was no play at third or second. And when he looked up, that ball just rolled in and out of his glove.
Well, interesting. That brings up Lambada, who hit a 3-run homers last time, and now he's up there with the bases loaded.
And again, another bottom of the order guy finds his way on base. This is where, as a pitcher, you're hoping to get some easy outs, but it has not been the case today for Carbon. But it's like you said, Chris, there's just no holes in this Juan Diego lineup.
Now, when you got your 9-hitter hitting a
long
3-run home run, you
Yeah, and LeBon is just a sophomore.
Nice breaking ball there. Started outside and then just worked its way back over the corner.
1 ball and 2 strikes now. Still nobody out.
As a batter, you just give up on that pitch because you think it's outside, and then it breaks over that outside corner and you're frozen.
That one almost hit him, but LeBon was swinging. I think that would have hit him if he didn't swing.
It was definitely working in on him, wasn't it? Sometimes that's just a protection instinct. You swing at it so it doesn't hit you.
Fastball misses outside.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought that was 3-2 now. Scoreboard says 2-2.
I've got 2-2 as well. LeBon is going to lift this into left field. Catch will be made. Runner's going to be hauled up, so Dallas will retreat back to third. 1 out. And at long last, there's an out in the bottom of the order.
First time in 9 at-bats.
Perkins hit a 3-run home run yesterday. Now he's got a chance with the bases loaded. He's got a triple in this one.
Single, triple, and then a pop up to second. Yeah, pretty wide strike zone there.
That's been called fairly consistently throughout the game.
Those breaking balls on the outside have all been usually called.
Another breaking ball in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off. And a big Pearsall strikeout for O'Neill, and that's now the 2nd out of the inning.
Anytime you get Perkins out, you're doing a good job pitching, and to strike him out, that's even better.
So Juan Diego scored 2 runs before the first out was recorded in this one. Now the bases remain loaded with 2 down. Sam Silversmith, the batter. He's 0 for 2. There's that breaking ball in the outside corner. And the second pitch is in the dirt. 1-1 the count to Silversmith. Silversmith is batting .356 on the year.
Takes that one way outside.
Ooh. Fouled off, and it looked like it caught Vasquez in the arm.
Yeah, looks like he was reaching his hand up there, and that foul tip just, ball came right back and hit him in the bare hand.
What do you think the umpire was doing there?
Well, I think the umpire's buying the catcher a little time to get the
okay.
sting out of his hand there.
I think it hit him in the
maybe in the forearm, huh?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases loaded here in the top of the 4th. Curveball, soft grounder, fair. Henry gloves it, throw over to first, in time.
What a play there by Henry. The kids had a game. Double in the first, and a great defensive play there to charge that ball and throw the runner out at first.
Great look at it on your Jane Auto replay. But Juan Diego scores 2 runs in the top of the 4th and takes a 9-5 lead as we head to the bottom half here on ETV.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim's a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Back to the top of the order with Chet Anderson leading things off in the bottom of the 4th. And he'll swing at the first pitch over to second. And the throw was in time, but squeezed through Swanson's glove. And Chet turned the wrong way.
Well, he didn't make an attempt to go to second. So the rule isn't which way you turn.
Okay.
It's whether you make a move to go to the next base or not. If he had taken one step in the direction to try to go, then yeah, they definitely could have tagged him out.
We've got our rules expert, Chris Kessler, here. So would you call that an E4 or E3?
Probably an E4. The throw was a little low. It was good hustle from Chet. He came out of that box running hard and forced the fielder to maybe rush that throw a little.
I've seen Chet beat out routine grounders to second. I mean, the kid's got some speed. And coming out of the left side of the batter's box certainly helps. This is Rylan Hart. And he gets a hold of one, but it's in the air, foul territory, and the catch will be made by the bullpen.
Right up against the wall of the bullpen. Good hustle by the left fielder, Zach Carlson.
That's a big out. And now it'll be Keaton Rich. For the second time in the game, Carbon trails by 4.
You feel like when you're playing this Juan Diego team, you just got to keep putting runs up on the board just to keep up with them.
Right. And Rich puts one into right center.
That's going to find the gap there.
It is. All the way to the wall. Anderson's going to score easily. Rich has a stand-up triple, and he's going to be held up. He might have had a play at an inside the park.
He could have had a chance there, maybe.
But with one out, there's no reason to risk it.
Yeah, don't risk it.
Wow. How big is that catch over by the bullpen now?
Yeah, absolutely. If Hart was able to get another pitch and maybe get on base, and that could have been a 2-run triple.
First pitch to Wyatt Falk is a strike. That's Rich's third triple of the year. Now 2 strikes to Falk.
Good aggressive swing there by Falk on that pitch. Just didn't quite read the breaking ball.
This one lifted in the air into shallow right. And the catch will be made by Larson. Rich tagging, but will hold off. Now there's 2 down. What do you think of the decision to hold Rich at third?
Yeah, it's pretty shallow in right field. Had that throw gotten away, though.
And it was way up the baseline. You don't know where the throw is going to end up.
You don't know at the time, and so it's probably a good decision because a good throw and he's out by a mile. But
and now this one is caught in center field. Collada makes a diving effort.
And again, we see it pay off for Juan Diego to keep that center fielder in shallow. And he's taken a lot of hits away from people that normally have hits if the fielder was playing deeper.
So the runner is stranded at third as Collada makes a diving effort, and Nilsson's retired. And Carbon scores 1 run though and trails 9-6 as we head to the 5th inning here on ETV.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emorytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
Tyler Easter batting to lead things off here in the 5th. And the count now 1-1. O'Neill's now missed twice outside, 2-1 the count.
He's able to get that breaking ball over the outside corner on the first called strike. And there he kind of freezes the batter. Throws that curveball starting right at him and then breaks over the inside corner.
Gotta have a lot of trust in your pitch to throw that.
Seeing a steady diet of curveballs here to Easter.
Juan Diego has reached safely with the first batter of every inning so far. This one on the ground. Henry's going to cut off Hart and make the throw. Not in time, though.
Good play by Easter. Good hustle down the line. That was a bang-bang play.
Let's take another look.
Yeah, and I think he got it right.
I think he did, too. Tie goes to the runner. So for the 5th straight inning, Juan Diego will have their leadoff Runner aboard. The only scoreless inning was the first. Soaring Eagle has scored 4 runs in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, maybe 1 in the fifth. The trend continues.
I think they're going to do the countdown, huh?
Yeah. Runner takes off. Anderson's there. The toss not in time, and it's kind of a collision. Bumper cars.
And I think the runner would have beat that anyways, even if the ball's caught. By the time the second baseman came up with that ball and flipped it to the shortstop, very aggressive running, and that runner had already slid into the base.
Yeah, Hart's now shaken up. The only chance that Anderson had at second is if he himself could have reached over and beat out Easter.
Yeah, by the time he's grabbed the ball and flipped it in the air to the shortstop, gave that runner just another split second to slide in there.
Again, multiple runners on base for Juan Diego. It's been a bit of a merry-go-round. Is that how they say it? A carousel? I don't know. There's been a lot of action on the base paths. And we might have another pitching change. This is where things get interesting because we're in the winner's bracket. So the loser of this game plays tomorrow at 10. And so as a coach, you kind of, I mean, obviously you're trying to win, but at the same time, you have to set yourself up to
have some pitching
for
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And with the pitch count rules, that makes that even more important.
So we're going to get a lefty. And it'll be Quade Henry. We're going to take a quick break as Henry warms up, and we'll be right back.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along.
Welcome back. The new pitcher will be the southpaw, Quade Henry, just a junior. Quade hasn't had a ton of experience on the air.
Starting off with a tough hitter here in Malik Harris.
Nice block by Vasquez, but not enough to keep Easter at second. You see the two next to Easter signifying that he's a catcher, but he does not run like a catcher.
No, he doesn't. We noticed,
we noticed
yesterday
that yeah. Can't remember, did he bunt or it was something.
I think we saw him beat out a bunt. Yeah.
Now the runner at first, Swanson, advances. Oh, I didn't see Henry warming up in the bullpen, did you?
I did not. I saw him come out of the dugout, but did not see him in the bullpen.
It's going to be a called strike on the 3-0 count.
So far, a steady diet of breaking balls here to the big right-hander Malik Harris.
Now 3-2.
Well, good job by Henry to work his way back in this count.
That's hard hit. That'll get down for a base hit. 2 runs are going to come around to score. And Harris is going to slam on the brakes. He'll have an RBI, 2 RBI single.
Henry had kind of kept him off balance with those slow breaking balls, but eventually I think Malik finally timed it and waited on it long enough and then hit a hard line drive into left.
There goes the countdown theory. Juan Diego scored 2 in the inning and leads at 11-6. And now it's Dallas. Oh, Dallas Larson.
Vasquez is going to go out and talk to his pitcher Henry here. Henry only has 3 innings pitched on the year, so may not have a lot of experience catching him and seeing those pitches, and they're trying to get on the same page here.
3 innings pitched, but 6 strikeouts.
And all 3 pitches have been breaking balls outside.
Walks have been a big problem for Carbon in this matchup. The Dinos have given up a lot of free passes, which have led to several runs and another walk.
Yeah, we're seeing a little action in the bullpen right now out of Carbon.
That's the 6th walk of the game.
It's like number 12.
Number 5, Zach Carlson.
That's another lefty.
And I don't see a number 12 on the roster here, so we'll have to get a name for you on that.
Another ball to Zach Carlson. And that one's way outside. Vasquez again can't find it. Both runners advance.
Henry did these last 2 lefties, has consistently thrown that breaking ball way outside to them, and
so
we need to have an opportunity with a lefty-lefty matchup that you think would be to his advantage.
Number 12 is Stockton Kennedy. A 2-0 pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Carbon's still searching for the first out of the inning. Now Henry's come back with 2 straight strikes.
Well, maybe he's found it now.
And make it 3 in a row. Backwards K, another Pierce Oil strikeout. And that's a needed one, as that'll be the first out of the frame.
Boy, he was really struggling there, and then bang, 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 3 quick strikes.
It's funny how these teenagers can come in and out of the zone so quickly. Now first pitch to Carlos Collada is in the dirt, ball 1. Called strike on the inside corner.
He likes to stay over that side of the plate, whether the batter's lefty or righty.
Soft chopper. Runners are going to hold. Henderson air mills it though off the glove of Wyatt Falk into right field. 2 runs are going to come around and score. Oh, sorry, just 1 run.
He held the runner up at third. I thought he was going to go too, but
so that'll be a throwing error. And now it's 12-6. Juan Diego's doubled up Carbon.
Now batting number 24, Andrew Lombana.
And we're back to the bottom of the order with Andrew Lombana, the 9-hitter.
just missed on that first breaking pitch. Again, just over that outside corner to the lefty.
Vasquez lucky to catch that one. He backhanded that. Infield's in for Carbon. The 2-0 pitch is low for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. A swing and a miss for strike 2.
Way out in front on that pitch there. Really had him fooled. Slowed that breaking ball down a little more than the others.
Down the right field line and fair. I think that might have hit the chalk.
That might have been right on the line.
Lombana into second with a double. 2 more runs score. He's now got 5 RBIs in the game.
And again, you know, we see just up and down this lineup for Juan Diego, tough hitters.
Yeah, we'll go back to the top of the order. It's been another big inning for Juan Diego. 5 runs have come across to score. And the Soaring Eagle now leads by 8. And there's still only 1 out.
Carbon's in need of a double play here.
It's going to be tough to do without a runner on first.
We don't have a runner on first, so.
Seems like the Carbon pitchers as a whole have really lost their command. It's gone in and out throughout the game, and the walks have piled up, and Juan Diego's taken advantage of some free passes. This one a moonshot.
High pop fly in the outfield.
Rich will end up making the catch. Good communication. There was a pretty significant collision yesterday at one of the playing games where the right fielder and center fielder over with Delta collided, and the right fielder got knocked off his feet. His feet went in the air, and he broke his nose and was out for a few minutes, I heard. So I hope he's okay.
That was really good communication there by Rich to call off the left fielder and take that ball.
Now there's 2 outs in the inning, and the batter will be Sam Silversmith. That pitch nearly hit him.
Well, he falls behind 3-0. Let's see if he can come back again in this count and try and get a third out here and end this inning.
The next game after this will be Juab and Juan Diego. The winner of that game tonight will play the loser of this game at 10 a.m. tomorrow, with a chance to play the winner of this game later on. So the winner here will move on to the championship game. The loser will face ALA or Juab.
Well, and Henry able to get a strike in there and stay in this count. 3-1. I think the hitter will be a little more aggressive now.
It's now walk number 7 of the game for Carbon. And for the second time, Juab will bat around. Tyler Easter started off the inning with a single. And we might have another pitching change. And it looks like it's going to be Chet Anderson. So Castro's going to come in for Anderson. Chet's pitched sparingly. I want to say, yeah, just 1/3 inning. He struck out a batter and walked a batter.
So it looks like probably only faced 2 batters. Walk and a strikeout.
Probably. Yeah, didn't give up any hits, so walked the first guy, struck out the next guy. So let's take another break as Anderson warms up, and we'll be right back.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance He's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue. Well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
So Chet Anderson will take over on the mound. James Castro will replace him at second. And the batter will be Tyler Easter. This is the 5th at-bat for Easter.
He flied out, walked, struck out, and got an infield single last time.
First pitch in the dirt. Now when you were batting, you can see that shadow coming in between the pitcher and the plate. Did that have any effect on you?
It will. I think right now it's still not too bad because the pitch is in the sun most of the way, but as that shadow moves out closer to the pitcher, it'll definitely have an effect.
That's just as far as picking up what pitch it is and the spin on it.
Yeah, and like I say, with the shadow just barely past the plate, you've already picked that up by the time the ball's in the shade, so right now it's not a big deal.
On the ground, Hart's got it over to second for the out. Juan Diego pushes across 5 more runs and takes a 14-6 lead into the bottom of the 5th when we come back.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Welcome back. To the bottom of the 5th we'll go. 14-6 the score. Carbon's going to need a couple big innings here to get back in this one. And for those that haven't followed the Dinos throughout the year, they're missing a couple key guys in their batting lineup. A couple of injuries have taken out Jordan Fawcett and Colton Lowe. They're 3-4 hitters originally. So it'll be the next man up mentality as Jacob Vasquez will lead things off. Vasquez 0 for 2 thus far.
And Harris still on the mound out there for Juan Diego. Gone the distance so far.
This one on the ground, softly hit. Perkins has it, and the throw is in time. Thought for a second Swanson's foot might have come off the bag, but
the umpire was taking his time giving us a call, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
He wanted to milk that for all the attention, everybody watching him.
It'll just go down as a standard 5-3 put out. And now James Castro will take his first cuts of the afternoon.
That was a good play by the third baseman, Gabe Perkins there. You kind of have to make a decision on that high hop, whether to go and try and get the short hop or give it one more bounce. And he decided to take his time, give it one more bounce, and came up with a good throw.
First pitch a ball, second one a strike to Castro. Now low for ball 2.
It's Castro's first at bat since just coming into the game.
Castro's hitting .233 on the year. Barely gets a piece of that one to stay alive. And a swing and a miss, 2 down.
O'Neill has singled and walked, been on base twice.
First pitch in there for strike 1.
Just missed on that one. So far, Harris cruising through this inning.
And this is the best he's looked all game.
He looks a little fresher, doesn't he?
He does. And some guys can do that. They just seem to pick up speed as the game goes on.
Maybe he had a Red Bull during the break there.
1-2 pitch is outside. That reminds me of a story when I was playing ball in high school. This kid drank 2 5-hour energies on the bus ride over before a football game. And the next day we're in watching film, and the coach stops at this certain play and circles the offensive lineman and says, "What is going on here?" And he was spewing in the middle of a play all over the defender.
Oh.
So I would advise against that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Nobody on for Dallin O'Neill.
Good battle going on here with O'Neill. Again, like we talked about before, it's so important to get that 8-hitter on base with 2 outs. So you bring up the 9-hitter in this inning, and
over Harris's head. Silversmith gloves it,
he
but
beats that one out.
O'Neill too fast. O'Neill's done his job with that 8 spot. He's been on base all 3 times.
He's done a very nice job. And that'll bring up Henry, who had a really clutch double in his first at bat in the second inning. He hit a line drive to center field last time that we thought might get over the center fielder for extra bases, but was caught.
He's had 2 solid at-bats. Carbon's not going to take a at-bat off either. This is a very disciplined team. Now 3 straight balls to Henry.
Well, just when we said he was cruising along, now he's kind of gotten a little wild here.
I was just thinking the same thing. You do soft contact to O'Neill, but in the right spot. O'Neill reaches on an infield single.
Henry taking that 3-0 pitch for a strike. See if he digs in here and
now 2 strikes. O'Neill will be on the move, and with his speed, anything in the gap will score him. That'll be a ball. Did you hear something before the pitch? I thought they called another balk.
I think maybe a fan was saying something.
It's a fan.
But
okay.
sometimes it pays to be a little short. You get that high pitch called as a ball for you.
So the bottom of the order, last 2 batters reach, single and a walk. And now Chet Anderson will come to the plate with 2 down and 2 runners on. We're still just in the 5th inning, so Carbon has some time, but you would like to cut into that lead.
Yeah, both the 8 and 9 hitters today have done a really good job for Carbon, and set the tables. Let's see if the leadoff hitter here, Chet Anderson, can take advantage of that and make something happen here for Carbon.
Chet's reached all 3 times. He's singled twice and reached on an error. Harris will remain in the game. Wonder what he's at pitch count wise. Anderson swings at the first pitch and fouls it off.
Now those shadows might be start affecting the batter's vision on that ball as they're getting out there about halfway between the home plate and the pitcher's mound.
The 0-1 count is outside, 1-1. Harris has had a pretty fast cadence throughout the game, but seems like he's slowing things down here. Is
Batter
time
called
called?
timeout.
The Juan Diego fans didn't like that. Throw's going to go over to first, and a nice jumping catch by Swanson to keep that ball from right field.
That could have sailed into right field pretty easily.
2 balls and a strike, the count to Anderson. That one gets past Easter. Both runners will try to advance, but the tag's going to be made. Castro looked like he was jogging down to second, or maybe he made a late decision, but that'll end the inning. And that's a tough one. 14-6 the score as we head to the 6th inning Juan Diego on top.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. To the top of the sixth we'll go. Juan Diego out in front 14-6. Chet Anderson will remain on the mound for the Dinos.
It's kind of a tough way for Carbon to end that last inning, having the runner get thrown out a second on that wild pitch.
That was kind of a crazy play. It came hard off the backstop, and Easter threw it from well behind the Utah Valley logo.
And he put it right on the money, one hop, and tagged him out.
I don't know if Braxton Henry thought he was going to make it easily or just didn't.
And he kind of had a dumbfounded look when he got up, like, where did that ball come from?
Right.
But you're right, it came right off that backstop, back to the catcher, and then he just threw a bullet down to second base.
So this is Patrick Swanson. Counts now 2-2. That shadow just keeps on creeping closer and closer to the pitcher. This one's on the ground. Hart has it. And he'll make the throw in time for the first out. That's the first time this game that Carbon's retired the leadoff batter.
Nice patience there by Hart to catch that ball and then set his feet, make a good throw. I knew we had plenty of time.
Now the batter will be number 34, Malik Harris. He's got 3 RBIs in his last 2 plate appearances.
Nice slow breaking ball there for a strike.
That pitch is fouled back. 0-2 the count. Harris fouls off another one. Hard hit on the ground. Henry has it. Long throw in time for out number 2.
And another nice play from Henry. He's had a couple good defensive plays today.
So Carbon has a chance for their first clean inning since the first.
Now don't go announcer jinxing it.
I've done that plenty of times. First pitch in there for a strike to Dallas Larson.
Chet finding a little rhythm on the mound right now. He gets ahead 0-2.
Ooh, just missed.
Great pitch there. Just missed and could have very easily been called a third strike there.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Larson. And this one's hit in the air to left field.
And that's hit pretty good.
Nelson going back, and he'll make the catch. So Anderson gets Juan Diego 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. But Carbon has a lot of work to do, trailing by 8 as we head to the bottom half here on ETV.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telecom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telecom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelecom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
So Chet Anderson will get back in the batter's box. He was there when Henry was thrown out at second, and that play is still strange to me. Talk about a wild pitch, and then it ends up helping Juan Diego as the ball bounced perfectly back to Eastern. He made a really nice play from way back by the backstop. Harris gets the call on the second pitch, 1-1 the count.
Well, it's getting late in this game for Carbon. Here in the 6th inning, they need to do something.
On the ground, Finger has it, and the throw in time. Anderson nearly beat out that ground out to second.
He really hustles down the line and makes every play close.
One down here in the 6th. Ryland Hart now the batter. And Anderson might have picked up on something. He said something to both Hart and Rich on his way back to the dugout. Now it fouled off. Hart gets a hold of one, and it'll get down for a base hit. Hart's going to race for second. The throw, not in time. It'll be a 1-out double.
Good hustle there by Hart. I was a little concerned when he started to go, being down this many runs late in the game. You don't want to get thrown out on the bases, but good judgment there. He knew he had it all the way.
Yeah, there was a slight hesitation, but once he saw it, he went for it. And now Rich will come to the plate. First pitch outside. I wonder how long they're going to keep Harris in the game.
And we've kind of seen him go through streaks where for 2 or 3 batters he looks really good, and then he kind of loses it for 2 or 3 batters.
You just wonder how long they want to keep him out there. Rich reaches down and fouls that one off. Off the end of the bat, Harris has it. And a soft little toss over to first will put away Rich. Hart advances to third, but now there's 2 outs. And the batter will be Wyatt Falk.
Wyatt did single with an RBI back in the second.
Two quick ones to Falk. Puts him in a hole. That was a nice job by Falk just to stay alive.
Yeah, just fighting off that pitch there. Good job. And Harris has looked pretty good this inning. Out there on the mound, still going strong in the 6th.
Did you see Hart race all the way down the third baseline?
Yeah, Hart took a really quick lead there, trying to distract maybe the pitcher.
Might have worked. Pitch missed outside. 1-2 now the count. And a called strike 3. Falk will go down looking. And that'll send us to the final inning. To the 7th we go. Juan Diego on top, 14-6.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Anderson will continue on the mound for the Dinos as he faces the bottom of the order for Juan Diego. Zach Carlson, Carlos Calada, and Andrew Lombana. Due up 1-2-3. First pitch hit in the air into left field. Nelson's there and he'll make the catch.
As a pitcher, you always love to throw one pitch and get an out.
Anderson's come in and pitched pretty well. He's retired the last 4 batters, which may not sound like a lot, but that's been hard for Carbon to do in this one.
And for a guy who's only pitched to 2 batters all year, come in here and hold these guys scoreless for an inning plus so far.
Two quick strikes to Collada.
And if nothing else, it saves the other pitchers for tomorrow.
That one down into the bullpen on the right side. If Carbon's unable to come back, the Dinos will have to prepare to win 3 straight tomorrow in order to become state champions. Juan Diego's in a good spot, leading here by 8 in the final inning. That'll be another strikeout, a Pierce Oil strikeout, as Collada goes down swinging, 2 down.
Chet's looking really good out there on the mound.
And
retired 5 in a row. I guess 6 if you count the fielder's choice to end the previous inning.
That's right. And now the dangerous 9-hitter Lombana's up. He's got 5 RBIs in this contest, including a 3-run home run. But 2 quick strikes here from Chet Anderson. He's in a groove.
He's definitely in the rhythm right now.
That'll be a called strike 3. Put a backwards K up. Anderson for the 2nd straight inning puts him down 1-2-3 and gets his 2nd Pierce Oil strikeout of the game. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Carbon needs 8 runs to extend it, 9 to win when we come back.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for Juan Diego. Number 5, Zach Carlson, will take over on the mound. This will be his 5th appearance. He's got 2 saves under his belt, not a save opportunity, but he's also got a low ERA, 0.62. And he'll face Ridge Nilsson, Jacob Vasquez, and James Castro.
This will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Coming up for Carbon, needing a big rally here.
First pitch, a called strike.
And I think this is about the deepest I've seen the center fielder for Juan Diego play in these last 2 games.
He's always been at the top of that UVU logo.
But you know, with the big league in the 7th inning, you just want to kind of take away doubles and extra base hits here.
which is interesting because most of Carbon's hits have been singles. But I can understand that. This one is knocked down by Finger, and the play will be made at first. Juan Diego now 2 outs away from advancing to the championship game tomorrow.
And that'll really put them in the driver's seat tomorrow, because they know whoever comes through the losers bracket is going to have to beat them twice.
And right now Juan Diego's looking like a tough team to beat once. This team's put up a lot of runs. They're averaging well over 10 runs a game through the first 4 playoff games. The 2-0 pitch, catches the outside corner. 2-1 the count to Jacob Vasquez. Now it's 3-1.
Vasquez 0 for 3 so far today, so this will be a good chance for him right here to break that little slump, and got a good hitters count here, 3-1.
Called strike 2.
When you're sitting that back to 3-1, you're looking for a better pitch than that, so that's a good take by the batter. Wasn't quite the pitch he wanted to hit anyway.
Time is called. Full count. And the payoff pitch is fouled off. We'll do it again. On a line into center field for a base hit. So Vasquez reaches. And it'll be James Castro.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here for the catcher Vasquez.
That's going to be Peyton Molinar.
A good job by Vasquez to come through and get that hit, and you know, avoid going 0 for 4. That'll give him more confidence for tomorrow.
Quick conference on the mound. Now we'll resume. Castro only has 1 plate appearance today. He struck out swinging. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Throw goes back to first, not in time.
Yeah, in this situation, the runners won't be taking any extra chances. Not going to get a big lead, not going to try and steal. They know they need 8 runs, so just play it conservative.
Second pitch misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes. And now 3-0.
Kind of got a situation right now with the pitcher with the sun shining right in his eyes a little bit here. And then pitching into the shadows. That might be distracting the pitcher a little more now than the batter.
Because the batter, it's basically all shadows until right before the plate. Like you mentioned before, by that time you already know if you're swinging or not. And that's a 4-pitch walk.
And the pitcher being a lefty, his face is directly into that sun. If this was a right-handed pitcher, it probably wouldn't be an issue.
So down O'Neill will now come up. He beat out an infield single his last time up.
O'Neill's got a good game going, 2 singles and a walk.
Off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner, strike 1. After this one will be Juab and ALA fighting to remain alive. This pitch lifted high in the air. Should be an infield fly rule. The catch is made.
Yeah, O'Neill just got a little off balance on that pitch and just kind of flung at it. But otherwise, he's had a good game tonight.
So it comes down to Braxton Henry.
And Henry's also had a good game. Both defensively, made some good plays at third, and he had that double with the RBI in the second. Hard line out in the third.
And then he walked in the 5th.
Takes a slow curve for a strike there.
High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Carlson trying to close this one out for his team. Strike 2.
And again, started that pitch a little outside. The batter gives up on it, and it just curves over that corner for a strike.
Juan Diego fans on their feet with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And the pitch is high. Runners are going to go, and that's going to end the game. Oh, he calls him safe. He went to call him out and then called him safe. And I'm really curious about that still attempt, down by 8.
It sure looks like that. I would have thought that was out. But, and again, you're right. Why take the chances with down 8 to get thrown out on the bases? But
well, Perkins didn't like it at third. The umpire out there has got a good look at it, where he's standing. Still 2 strikes. And Henry swings through, and that'll do it. Juan Diego will advance to the championship game. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the post-game show right after this.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Welcome inside the Castle Valley Orthodontics post-game show. And once again, Juan Diego knocks off Carbon 14-6 and advances to the title game tomorrow at 12:30. The Dinos will drop into the consolation bracket. They will play the winner of the game that follows us between Juab and Juan Diego. Nope, sorry, Juab and ALA. So that game's coming up right after this. The winner will face Carbon at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So there's plenty of baseball left on Championship Saturday, but this one really turned out to be a bit of a track meet where Juan Diego jumped on Carbon with a couple big innings, and then it just became too much for the Dinos to overcome.
Yeah, Juan Diego is just a really complete team, and they're just really tough to keep up with. There was a good rally by Carbon in that second inning to score 4 and tie it, and you thought we might have a ball game, but Juan Diego just kind of keeps pulling away.
Yeah, the Dinos actually overtook Juan Diego briefly, 5-4, and then Juan Diego came back and jumped back on top and never relinquished the lead.
Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten they scored 5 in that second inning. I was thinking it was 4 to tie, but you're right, 5 to take the lead. And Braxton Henry was the big instigator of that rally when he hit that double down the right field line to score 1, and then he came around and scored. I think Braxton had a really good game tonight, both offensively, and made some nice plays at third as well.
And that moves us into the Tram Electric player of the game, and we are going to give it to Braxton Henry, the senior, who, like Chris said, was the spark plug for that 5-run second inning, and then he also played excellent in the field. A couple nice putouts over at third with runners, running down the baseline. And so Braxton Henry is your Tram Electric player of the game for Carbon. So, Chris, any final thoughts?
Well, I just think Juan Diego just looks pretty good right now. Their hitting is so good. They got good pitching tonight, almost a complete game.
Yeah, Malik Harris had an excellent game.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough for anybody to beat them in that championship tomorrow.
Yes, especially because whoever wins will have to beat Juan Diego twice. But that's why we play the game. So before, we're about to hand things off over to Robert Lobo and the folks over at Mid-Utah Radio. They're going to take over the Juan Diego ALA game. We'll be back tomorrow morning at the 10 o'clock slot with Carbon and the winner of the next matchup. So for Chris Kessler, I'm Dylan Smith, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Mid-Utah Radio presents high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
People ask me what I do in winter when there's no baseball. I'll tell you what I do. I stare out the window and wait for spring.
This broadcast is powered by Barrett's Food Town, the Jorgensen Automotive Group, Smithfield Foods, Gunnison Valley Hospital, Sevier Valley Oil, Sahara Motors, Intermountain Power, Robinson Transport, Jones and DeMille Engineering, San Pete Steel, Norbest, and Barney Trucking.
One constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good.
Now let's go live to the diamond for play-by-play coverage of high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome now to UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and ETV. We appreciate Dylan Smith from ETV anchoring the coverage with the broadcast, the TV broadcast portion of it, running the controls on that side. He also did the last two ball games here at the UCCU Ballpark. We're in the final game of the day now as we have the top-seeded Juab Wasps that trying to survive and advance again as they go up against the third-seeded American Leadership Academy Eagles. We're in the final four teams. Juab ALA playing today to try to get to tomorrow, while Juan Diego sits undefeated in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. They're the 7 seed. They just beat Carbon 14-6. Carbon, as the number 4 seed, awaits the winner of this game to play in tomorrow morning's semifinal. And we've had, again, a great day of baseball. The best game of the whole weekend we had at 11 o'clock this morning.
That was such a fantastic game, and grateful that we were able to be a part of it. And I think Juab's coming in off that win. They've just got to be so dang excited to play this game and get going, and I'd imagine that they're going to try to stay hot.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our coaches' comments. They're starting the meeting at the mound a little bit early. Of course, the game was supposed to start at 7. They told I was down there when Rob Cuff from the UHSAA let them know that they were going to do the coaches' meeting at the plate at 7:45. So they're about 5 minutes ahead of schedule on that one, 40 minutes behind schedule on the other side. So we'll take a look now at our coaches' comments here inside the Snow College pregame show, and let's hear what Coach Brett Ludlow of the Juab Wasps had to say. We're joined by Coach Brett Ludlow of the Juab Wasp in the final game of the night here on Friday night of the 3A Baseball State Tournament going up against American Leadership Academy. Coach, first off, looking at your team, had the exciting game earlier today with the walk-off 3-run home run in 9 innings to get the win earlier today. Where do you feel like your team is at mentally coming into this final game of the day?
I think we're ready. I think they're excited to be here. You know, that was quite the win against Canyon View. You know, and I think they understand the moment. They understand that, you know, it's win or go home. And I don't think my seniors are ready to quit. They're not ready to be done. And you saw that with Triker. Triker's mentality. Porter, you know, was playing really well. And if I get my other 2 seniors going with them, I think we should be successful tonight.
We talked about it before the last game, before the game the other day too. You've been waiting for Wyatt Payton. You've mentioned you need Wyatt Payton. Well, he came through in the end of that game. He was 0 for 4 going into that last at bat, hit the 3-run home run. What do you feel like that can do for him in that spot in the lineup as well?
If Wyatt can get hot, you know, I don't think there's any better bat in 3A than Wyatt. You know, if he gets going and swinging, hitting his pitches is really what he needs to do. So I'm hoping that, you know, that kind of, you know, be the slump buster. You know, get out with a home run like that with a big win. You know, now he's got confidence. So I'm hoping that's gonna change his fortune for the rest of the tournament.
Who else do you look at? So we've got to have you swinging the bat well tonight.
Obviously Triker. You know, Triker's kind of the leader of the team right now, and both Porter and Triker. If I can get my biggest thing, if I can get my, you know, Jaden and Cooper, if I can get those 2 bats going again like they were doing all the way, you know, throughout this whole season, I think we'll put some runs on the board.
Going up against ALA, what do you expect to see out of them?
You know, I think they're pretty gritty, which is always a little bit different than what I've seen in the past with ALA. You know, we played them before when they were in our region, and it seemed like they kind of would die, you know, after you get up a little bit. But I could just see they're just a fighting team. They've been through a lot of close games, and I think that we need to be ready to go because they're going to come at us.
Anybody in their lineup you feel like you got to be careful with?
I think it's Jager Nilsson. I think that's him. You know, he's a good hitter. From they were saying their 2, 4, and 6 hitter has been swinging the bat pretty well. So, you know, we're just going to have to pitch. You know, careful with those guys, but go after them.
Who are you going to go off on the mound in this one, and what do you want to see out of him?
We're gonna start Kel Smith again. He started earlier today for us, and I think he pitched well. But we have 52 pitches for him, and then it's into the bullpen. And I'm hoping if Kel can get us a good 3 to 4 innings, I think we'll be going exactly where we need to be.
What 2 or 3 things have to happen to get the win and move on to Saturday?
Well, I've been telling you all the time we have to play clean, no errors. I'm throwing that out the door. We just need to hit the crap out of the ball and just hit the ball. That's kind of our mentality right now. So if we can hit the ball, regardless of what happens defensively, pitching wise, I think we'll be successful today. So.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us and good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Once again, Coach Brett Ludlow there of the Juab Wasp here inside the pregame show. Well, Corey, as you got to hear his comments, your thoughts on what he had to say coming into today's game.
Coach Ludlow knows his team. He trusts them, and he's put the team out on the field that he feels that can win this game. And I like at the end he said, he's talked about trying to play a clean game, he's going to throw that out the window. I know he doesn't want any errors, but this game, whoever scores the most runs wins, and he's going to try to do that with the bats, and you can make up for a couple errors with the bats if you're hitting the ball well.
Let's give you the starting lineups now for today's game between Juab and ALA. Winner moves on to play Carbon at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning here at Utah Valley University. And let's give the starting lineup first off for the visiting team in this one. That is American Leadership Academy. And playing second base, running number 4, Braden Johnson. Hitting in the 2-hole, the third baseman, number 9, Dason Cuthill. Batting third, the catcher, number 18, Ethan.
Gear up, get out, and get moving. Locally owned and operated since 1995, visit us at saltlakerunning.com today.